people need to understand that, yeah, you're the grandma, yeah, you're the aunt, you're this, you're that, but you're not the mom. Diles hi. Be like, how are you guys? I love you guys. I love the family. Hey guys, welcome back to our channel. Today, of course, I am alone because you will be getting ready with me and maybe occasionally Ethan because he's a little asleep over there. He's a little colicky. So today I will be doing my makeup and saying some unpopular opinions I have, or just pet peeves of being pregnant and things from after pregnancy. So without further ado, let's get into it without making this intro any longer. So I'm gonna be starting off with the Revlon Photo Ready Primer, and let's start off with pregnancy pet peeves and my unpopular opinions. I don't care if I seem like a little brat when it comes to this, but I am very overprotective with my son, and I'm very possessive, but with a reason, obviously. So I have my little list, and let's start with the first one. So even before I got pregnant, I was so tired. Let me see. No. I was so tired of people trying to scare me off from getting pregnant. Like whenever I told anybody like, oh, I plan on getting pregnant, and they would like tell me, oh no. Alright guys, so I am back. Someone woke up, as you can see. And I don't know if the angle or setup is a little different because it got a little chaotic right now. But he's calmed down, drinking his milk, right? And I think he's going to be cool for a little bit before I have to switch him sides. So I already primed my face off of camera because it got crazy. Alright, so next off, I'm going to go with my foundation. I have the Wet n Wild Photo Focus Foundation. And I was talking about my before I even got pregnant type of pet peeves. One was when people would go up to me, or I would tell them like, oh, I'm planning to get pregnant, this and that. And I guess they thought I was too young or something, and they would try to scare me off and be like, I don't think you want to get pregnant, like during my pregnancy, this and that. Like those type of things. They would tell me, oh my goodness, I wouldn't stop throwing up. My mom was one of those people. She would tell me that in her pregnancy with me, she wouldn't stop throwing up. And so many people would tell me their experience, and everybody's was different. So I would tell myself like, what the hell? Everybody's pregnancy experiences are different. So they shouldn't try to scare me off with theirs because I'm smarter than just believing them and taking their word for it. Because my pregnancy was honestly a breeze. My birth was a breeze too. And then they would tell me, oh, in my birth I ripped so much. In my birth, like it was a planned natural birth, but then it ended up being a C-section, this and that. And I was like, well, if it happens to me, it happens to me. Leave me alone. Stop trying to scare me, you know? My pregnancy pet peeves, because I think, like, I mean, nothing happens much before you get pregnant. But my pregnancy pet peeves were, one, a lot of people would talk so much, not smack, but so many negative things. Like, for starters, an example could be, you're a young mom, like, why didn't you wait? You're so young. You could be living your life. Like, girl, I know I could be living my life, but I chose to take the mature path because I'm mature than all of these teenagers going to, like, where's an example? Going to Rosarito Like, I can't relate to all these teenagers wanting to go to Baja California, trying to like go to the beaches and raves and stuff. Like, I can't relate. That's not my thing. Another example could be just older people with their rude little comments, but we'll get to that in a bit, because that's some tea right there. I think that's it for negative comments. Like, I don't recall that many people saying negative things, but like the most common one, since I did work with kids and I would see parents coming in and out, they would be like, are you too, or they would ask like, how old are you? And I would tell them, because I mean, it's my job, but in my mind I would be like, why do you care? How is that even important? Like, how old were you when you ended up pregnant? So next I will be using the Revolution Conceal and Define. I'm not saying shades because, I mean, it's not like you guys have my same shade or you care, so it's mostly about the tea. My third pet peeve, well, here's some tea. It's not a pet peeve, but can you guys believe there's some people out there over here trying to fight pregnant women? Because during my pregnancy, like, I was 2 months in, not a lot of people knew, but Edgar was in well, during that moment it was a breakup in process with his ex-best friend, and like, obviously he was doing it for some reason. It's not like, oh, I'm gonna drop you. No, it's because she would cause so much problems, right? So she kept like telling him, give me my money, because like she let him borrow money, but he paid it off by taking her out to go see movies with popcorn and everything, right? And y'all know that ain't cheap. So like 2 weeks after the going out, she's over here like, so where's my $40? And Edgar was like, what do you mean? And she was like, yeah, I want my $40. And Edgar was kind of like, but I thought we agreed on just taking you out to eat. I mean, to the movies. And she was like, no, I want my $40. And Edgar was like, I am not going to give you your $40. Like, what the hell? And he was already planning on, like, dropping her. Because he stopped talking to her for a while during those moments. Like, I feel like that's why she started being so needy. Because she knew she was going to go bye-bye. But yeah, so by the end of that week, she messaged him, and I guess she had enough of not getting her money, but she was like telling him off, saying so many bad things about him, saying he's fake when it's vice versa. But oh my god, but she was just getting out of hand. So I messaged her. I was like, girl, you need to calm down or something's gonna happen, because I mean, he can't do anything about it. You need to stop with whatever you're saying. Like, it's so unnecessary. You're out of his life. Deal with it. Handle it like a grown girl and just move on. And at the end I told her, like, just wait a few more months because I'm pregnant. And she came at me like, oh girl, I don't care if you're pregnant, I could go up right now, blah blah blah. And I was like, you're gonna fight a pregnant girl? I mean, who does that? And I think she's old enough to be mature and either wait, like how I suggested, if she was really down to do something, or just kept her mouth shut and stopped hitting up my man, right? So she does that, and funny thing is she ended up pregnant like a month after that incident happened. And I was like, we could fight now, pregnant with pregnant. I mean, I didn't tell her that, but I was telling Edgar, like, yeah, I had some pregnancy drama. It was like, it was small, but once that happened, Edgar was like, oh heck no, nobody messes with my wife, especially with my unborn child in her. So he was like, drop, gone. After that, a pet peeve of mine during the pregnancy was that I was way too babied. Like, I could not make my own bed. I couldn't wash my own clothes. I couldn't wash my own dishes. I couldn't carry a simple bag. And it gets frustrating after a while. Like, you really think I can't do this? And then towards the end, like, you can't do that. You're gonna break your baby's leg in your belly. Like, come on, I'm just tying my shoe. I'm being careful. It's mom instinct. Leave me alone. And that was too much of being babied. But another thing that people would just exaggerate was touching my belly. Like, I was not a girl that would get mad when people would touch your belly. People just took it too far sometimes. My sister is an example. She would be on my belly like for a minute, and then I would be like, okay, like, it's whatever. But then she'd be there rubbing my belly, like, it turned to 5 minutes, 10 minutes, and like, I would just get frustrated of her talking to my belly, and I was like, get out of my room. You need to leave. Like, give me space. So we're gonna do our eyebrows after setting and go on with the next pet peeve. I am using the Maybelline Tattoo Studio brow pomade. Who cares about the shade again? No, but a pet peeve during the pregnancy for me, like, so I haven't been saying numbers real quick at all, but right now we're at 6 during my pregnancy pet peeves. So the 6th one is when everybody would ask, are you eating? You're so skinny for how far along you are. Like, you need to eat. Your baby's gonna end up being so skinny or underweight. And I was like, stop being jealous because I am carrying small. Like, he's probably hiding back there, but the doctor says I'm perfectly fine. And you guys need to stop with those comments because, I mean, it's so unnecessary. It sounds like you guys are trying to scare me. But it also sounds like you're being a jealous person, you know? Like, come on. People were not around to see what I was eating. I would eat like for 3. There were some times where like I wasn't hungry at all, but it was rare. And what sucks is that some of those times were when people were around and they would be like, you need to eat. And it was just, I couldn't handle it anymore. I was like so done with it. And it still goes on till after the pregnancy. Like, it's so annoying. But as far as I can remember, I think that's it for during the pregnancy. So let's move on to after the pregnancy, which is just as long. I have 6. So my first after pregnancy pet peeve was people calling my baby my baby. So let's say my mom is an example. Oh, where's my baby? Like, he's my baby. I worked 9 to 10 months with this baby in my belly, and I'm not just gonna let anybody else take that title from me. Like, no, he's my baby. He's your grandchild. Like, no. I get you're the grandma and you're really attached to him, but he's not your baby, he's mine. Everybody needs to understand that. And my mom's not the only one. Edgar's mom is too. Family members, my cousins. Like, I understand you guys are very, like, happy about him. Oh, no, no cry, no cry. Like, you guys are really excited. I mean, he is the first baby in a while in the family, but y'all need to chill with how you call him your baby, because he's not. He's mine. I worked 9 to 10 months for me to be talking to and about my baby, but I don't need anybody else to be calling him theirs. Like, no ma'am, he is my baby. And I'm his mom. Oof. My second pet peeve was when people popped out of nowhere. Like, literally, Edgar and I were solo during the pregnancy with obviously our parents in the picture and everything. But other than that, like, yeah, I had a few cousins hit me up and all that. But, like, the people who literally didn't talk to me at all during the pregnancy. Once the baby was born, they're all like, when can I go see the baby? Oh, this isn't that. Like, come on. You're only using me to see the baby. Like, once he grows old or older, I know you guys won't be around. So I hate those people who just stick around during the newborn stage, when honestly, us moms don't want visitors. Like, yeah, there's some, but me personally, the baby's crying, the baby's like waking up, pooping, sleeping, breastfeeding, and I mean, the fact that Edgar's family already knows how my breasts look, like, it's really annoying. All within the first few hours Ethan was born. But, I mean, everybody's their own thing. They think I'm okay with it, but I'm not. I'm really not. Like, why are you gonna be fake and only come when baby's around? I don't need you. And my baby doesn't need you. Ooh, and a little add-on to that is when people aren't around, but they glorify their name. So, an example can be kind of like someone talking smack or not talking to me about the baby at all. Like, literally, my baby's non-existent to them, and when he is existent, that person's talking smack, like, not to my face, but behind my back towards family, saying like, oh, I just don't want my daughter to end up pregnant when my mom's around. Like, seriously? Like, I don't want to be disappointed in that way. Like, stop. We don't care about your daughter. I mean, everybody's all up on my baby anyways. But I hate how, like, those people, yeah, they talk so much smack behind my back. But when it comes to parties, like the baby shower or gender reveal, they're like, oh, I'm the blank of the baby. Yeah, like, I'm the blank of the baby. Oh, hi, how are you? I'm the blank of the baby. Like, no, I don't care. Nobody cares, especially because to everybody, you're not that person. I tell the people, like, yeah, like, she technically is that, but she doesn't act like it. Everybody knows. And literally the day after the baby shower, everybody's telling me, like, this person kept saying that they were the blank. And I was like, well, they sure don't act like it. Ugh, I don't know. It's some pet peeves that I have. Like, stop. Gets me angry. Well, that was kind of like my second and third pet peeve. My fourth pet peeve is unnecessary mommy advice. Like, okay, every mom has that mom instinct, right? But I hate how every woman's different. Every baby's different, yet people are trying to pressure me into doing what they do with their babies. Like, I know what my baby needs, and it's not that. So back up and leave me alone, please, and thank you. You know? An example could be like, ooh, my baby has colic. Oof. And I was getting arguments with my mom about this because I'm like, whenever I drink milk, he eventually cries. And then my mom's like, then what are you gonna give your baby? Water? And I was like, do cows drink milk in order to produce milk? Like, I don't think so. But she's like, yeah, but you're not giving him the nutrients. And I'm like, Mom, I would prefer not to drink milk and have him happy than him cry, tears, and sound so much in pain. My fifth pet peeve is people who act like he's theirs. Like, yeah, one thing is saying he's yours, but like recently people think they're his. Like, an example could be my sister. I could literally be caring for my own child, and then she's like, he's not supposed to be laying like that. And I'm like, how old are you? Because she's 12. And I'm like, oh, you must know so much more than me, don't you? Another thing is when my mom is around, she literally like doesn't even ask to carry him or take him out of my arms. Like literally, I could be changing him and she's like in the room looking, and once I'm done changing him, she's like, okay, dámelo, which means give him to me. And then she like takes him to the living room and stuff, and I'm like, woman, he's my child, like who even gave you permission? People need to understand that, yeah, you're the grandma, yeah, you're the aunt, you're this, you're that, but you're not the mom. Simple as that. You're not the mom. So stop acting like it. Stop getting hurt if I start clapping back or getting annoyed. But another person who comes to mind when I think about that is my husband. Literally, he comes from work and I could be next to him, knocking him out, right? And he comes and tries to wake my baby up. Like, I'm sorry, were you here the whole day trying to get him to sleep, feed him and all that all at once? And then once he once he's finally asleep, like you try to come and wake him up and make me start all over again when I just finished? Like, no. Now I'm gonna be using the Makeup Revolution Ultra Contour Palette. So number 6, I think I said it for pregnancy too, but I hate people with negative comments after pregnancy. Like, they're so unnecessary. Like, I'm sorry you're so unhappy with yourself and your life, but why are you trying to reflect it onto me? Because, let's see, I've never done this before in this palette, so looking flawless. Anyways, now that I'm done with the cheeks contouring and I couldn't talk, I wish I could say names, but I'm not trying to be disrespectful because family is family, you know? But like I was saying, there's people out here being kind of like, oh, yeah, I don't want my daughter to disappoint me. People who say that we couldn't make it, that we are struggling, but it's people who aren't even around. Those people that just popped out of nowhere after we ended up pregnant. Like, you're not even around enough to know if we are struggling or not. I don't even see you offering to help, even if we were. Like, you're just talking. You're not helping in any way. So I think this is a bonus because it's not on my list, but I just thought of it. Another thing I hate is when family or friends are like, so when can I go see your baby? I'm like, well, that's straight up. Like, how about you invite me to like a gathering or your parties or something? Like, why are you just gonna ask, can I see your baby? Because if you're gonna come see my baby, it's not just my baby, the whole package comes. Therefore, it's gonna be mom and dad. Like, you're gonna come see baby and carry him, but once he starts crying or he needs a diaper change, you're gonna give him to me, you know? If you're not gonna come and make my life easier with my child, then you need to wait till he is at an age where I'm not gonna be comfortable with guests. Like, right now, if family members or friends come, like, it's a hassle. I mean, it's a hassle raising a kid, yet now having people around you where you just can't whip your breasts out and feed him, or just change him real quick, roam comfortably around the house. Like, no, you have guests, you're tired, the baby's crying, and they're just there making things 10 times harder. So that's enough of my opinion. I don't have anything else to say, but I'm not done yet. So you guys are gonna stick along, you know? Because people don't understand that we literally can't do anything without the baby eventually pooping his diaper or crying, and then us stressing out because the baby's crying and we don't like seeing him cry. But since I'm not done, but I am done talking, I'm gonna finish this up real quick and then I'll get back to you to show you the final product. Alright, so I am back and done. I hope you guys liked today's video. I know either I sound really confusing or just out of place because someone kept crying the whole time, but he let it out. Someone was crying the whole time. He let a little few farts out and he's okay. Literally, I finished my makeup and I'm putting my bags away real quick, right, to get it ready and everything, and he stops crying. And I was like, are you serious? You see him right now? He's relaxed the whole time. He was either latched on, and there's a bunch of cuts because he kept crying, trying to latch on, because he would like latch off and then he would try to look for it again. Like, no. And then I'm done and someone's fine. So I'm gonna let you guys go, give my baby some time because he's finally done feeding and he's awake. So I'm gonna focus on my papas. And I hope you guys liked today's video. Like, comment, subscribe, be part of the family. And today's shout out is to Nevaeh. Thank you for following us on Twitter and hashtagging the Hernandez 3. And if you guys want to be shouted out, then all you have to do is go follow us on Twitter and retweet one of our videos. You know, get our family growing. I haven't looked this attractive in a while because someone always takes up my time, right? But that highlight though, ooh. I'll let you guys go. Bye.